much more in minutes, but first, Republican Congressman Steve Schockman warning President Obama actually is threatening to seek impeachment. So why the threat? Congressman Stockman will tell you. He joins us. Nice to see you, Congressman.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, Congressman, why do you want to seek impeachment of this president?
Well, as I said in my statement, we want all tools available to use, including the impeachment. But I think the limelight focused on that. But we also talked about lawsuits, stopping the funding. And the reason we're doing this is because we have a president who stepped over the line. He's taken his authority. Most executive orders are really meant for executive branch. He's using it really for legislative and skipping the Congress. That's a violation of the Constitution. We believe we have grounds, including some very prominent people that, like Ed Meese, thinks we have good standing.
Okay, so the president's going to make his announcement tomorrow of what he thinks. If he takes, he can go two routes. He can either work with Congress and come up with some
package. Which I think is proper.
Which you have no problem with that. I mean, you may not vote for or against the package,
Right.
but that's the way you like it done.
Correct.
That's the way it should be done. If he instead elects to make changes or issue executive orders, that's when you're going to step in.
I think if he steps over the constitutional line, he's saying he's going to issue 19 executive orders. If it breaches his authority into legislation which impedes on the Constitution, we have, you're a lawyer better than me, but we have the right to take different steps to counter that. A lot of people are frustrated with Republicans not fighting back, and I, for one, it was too, as I was on the sidelines and I got involved in Congress. I said enough is enough, and we need to stand up and fight that. And I said these kind of tools are available to us, and we're going to use every tool possible to fight an administration which wants to abrogate the Constitution.
Who's we? I mean, are all the Republicans, I mean, what's your level of we in the House of Representatives? How many Republicans?
It's like an old joke. You got a mouse in your pocket? No, it's we are the people that are frustrated watching the administration using executive orders to the detriment of the Congress. The Congress is the people house. We want to see the process continue in a normal way in which if he believes his bills are good, they should go through the people's house. And in that way, we'll have a right way to determine whether it's a good law.
Okay, tomorrow he's going to have his announcement. Let's say, hypothetically, that he does 19 executive orders or 18 or 70, whatever. What's the first thing you're going to do tomorrow afternoon?
Well, I think we look at the different avenues, which I outlined in my piece. Cut funding, sue in court. If he violates the Constitution, and if he goes down to that road in which we feel, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to call for his impeachment, not just me.
Are you going to speak to Speaker Boehner?
Of course.
Have you said anything to him at all so far?
Yes, we have, and I think they're going to wait to see what Obama does, and I've talked with other of my colleagues on what's going on, and there's a general consensus that if he steps over that line, that something has to be done. He feels like he's Abraham Lincoln, you know. We're not at Civil War.
But that line, as I understand for you, is executive orders on gun control. Is that the line?
No, the line is when you cross from administrating executive orders, which deal with his office, and pass legislation through executive order.
All right, suppose he says that he's going to ban assault weapons with executive order.
You can't do that. That's against the Constitution.
Okay, so
the Constitution is very clear.
All right, what exactly, I'm trying to understand, what would be your first step if he did that?
Well, like I said, I think we outlined it in multiple avenues. It's defending the Constitution in any ways we can legally. And that process has many different avenues, and we're willing to take all those processes to defend the Constitution. I think it's the right thing to do.
And do you have any idea how many Republicans are with you on this?
Well, I know you're going to be on my side, so that's two of us, I hope.
I don't know if I'd be on your side. I don't have a dog in this fight at all.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I think when I say we, I think the American people, in particular, are frustrated watching this president step over the line again and again. And I think when I say we, are people, many people like myself, who used to sit at home watching him do this, are upset with the way it's going. And I think there's a lot of we's out there. I think there's going to be a lot of people that stand up and say this has gone too far.
Well, I guess the question is whether it's the we's are in Congress, because the we's are in Congress would be the party that would...
Well, we'll see. But I think at the same time, we're asking the president to go through the process. If he thinks his bills are good, his law is good, then he should go through Congress, not just issue it. But he's not a king.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow whether or not he's going to do executive orders, or whether or not he may ultimately seek to work with Congress on it. So
he's even using children. It reminds me of Saddam Hussein when he used kids to...
Well, I think that's a little bit of a stretch. But anyway, Congressman, always nice to see you, sir. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.